Jain. He is an e-commerce specialist and enthusiast. He loves to solve problems. His enthusiasm, aggressiveness, and rational thinking reflects in his work. He helps in inventing new processes which are powerful and profitable for the growth of the business. After working for Indian stalwarts like Jabong and our local brand Namshi, he is currently the Vice President Logistics for Noon.com for the MENA region, including Egypt, Saudi, and the United Arab Emirates. He is best known for process automation in every domain of his work. Few of his core competencies are data management and business intelligence. Let's put our hands together and invite Mr. Vikas Jain.
Thank you everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Vikulji and Dilip Bhaiya for giving me this opportunity. To tell you the truth, I am not an entrepreneur like Vaibhav is, Pulushi is or Deepakji is. I have not started my entrepreneurial journey till now. I would have used presentation, but I think I cannot add on the experience, live experience shared by Vaibhav, Purushi and Deepak. So I will take a little bit side note and I will tell what it is like to develop a startup when you are not owning it. So they own the startup. I don't own the startup, but I am the critical part of its development. I am the means like I was having a very happy life in Namshi. I was head of logistics. Job was settled. I don't tell it to many people, but I think this is the right forum because I don't have anything else to tell post these fine people. So I should tell this. I was having such a happy life that I will go to office at 10 and I will return at 5. Delivery rate, logistics, delivery rate matters. Delivery rate was increasing every month automatically by 1%. Cost was reducing every month by 5%. So my life was very chill. And one day I got a call from our CEO Faraz and he was like, बहुत मोटा हो गया है, तो आजा change कर ले. So he had moved to Noon and he asked me to move to Noon. Okay. Now, what is the challenge? It's like, what is the real thing? Investing money, is it the real thing? Having patience, is it the real thing? Or means like I believe when you started your entrepreneurial journey, means like you lost touch of your family, you lost touch of means like your relatives, your friends, you lose everyone somehow. Means like I don't know, I am feeling that pinch without even owning it. I am losing everyone. So somehow I feel that means like that might be the case. That might be the case that when you start a e-commerce or a startup, you tend to lose people. Thanks to my wife, I didn't go home for 5 straight months. In 5 months, I was every day returning at 12 p.m. in the midnight, 2 p.m. sometime, 2 a.m. sometime, going back to office at 8 a.m. What it takes to make a successful startup, what it takes to make, means like even if it is not your money at stake, even if it is not your job at stake, what it takes to feel that and through that feeling that yes, I own it. So that feeling, I own it. I am the one responsible for it. I am the one responsible for so many people. Right now, in my logistics team, I have 5,000 drivers. Okay, I do means like I should not be quoting the numbers, but more than $1 billion per month collect money. Okay, I I am responsible for it's like all the company's revenue almost, because even if single penny is lost, I am the one to blame. So it is a challenging role. But what do I do to make sure that I stayed on top of it. What do I like? So first thing first, you need people. You need right set of people. Whether you are starting your own company, whether you are working in any other company, if you don't believe in yourself to execute, and if you don't believe in your people to execute it further, you can't succeed. Means like I have seen it. Means I have hired and fired people. I follow that policy of hiring slow. I am struggling to hire a single guy for last 3 months. I have rejected so many guys because somehow uh, I felt that if I have to tell someone that how to do your job, if you learn from yourself, it is good. If I have to tell someone that how to do your job, not working with me. I have one girl here. She's sitting there, Minal. She joined us last month, 1 month ago. To tell you the truth, I have not spent more than 2 hours with her, but she knows what to do. She is, I think, 2 years ago she passed out, and she knows what to do. So it doesn't take experience. It doesn't take the skill set to know to execute your job. What it takes is ownership. What it takes is ambition. That you are ready to learn. It takes ownership that it is your own company. If every one of your employees feel the same way, there is no stopping you. If every one of your employee, whether he owns it or not owns it, if he owns ESOPs or not owns it, but if he has the ambition, he has the ambition within the company. If he has the uh, ownership to execute, you can't fail. And that is why it's like in within 2 years we are the biggest logistics company. I will not say it is the biggest e-commerce company because that is Suk in this region, but we are the biggest logistics company because Suk doesn't deliver everywhere. We do deliver everywhere, and we are the, it's like we beat them on this front at least every time. So I am happy about that. uh, when we say I have tried opening my own startups. Uh, Basically, when I came to Dubai 3 days ago, I was like, should I go to Dubai or not go to Dubai? And you are at the crossroad, you don't know. I had my first client in my pocket. In my pocket means money was not there, but at least there was some alignment that okay, you can start services from 15th of November. This was 11th of November, Diwali day. I had my first employee signed up. I was like, okay, 16th of November my flight was booked. Should I go? Not go. I don't know. 12th of November, I woke up in the morning. I was like, okay. Uh, I, I called my employee and I was like, let's go to the client. Let's start the operation. Let's show him at least some bit of operation what we can do. And to tell you the truth, it was a profitable operation from first day somehow. So I find my uniqueness it's like in the case that I am very good at finding problems. I might not be a solution finder, but I am very good in finding problems. So I find the problems. So I knew the problem. I was like, okay, this problem I can solve. I know logistics in and out. I know supply chain in and out. So I was like, okay, Unilever was the client. It is not a small client. Unilever was a client. They were like one of their C&F was ready to work with me to give away their distribution, complete distribution, supply chain management, the delivery of the goods to the groceries or any other stores, and they were ready. Uh, and I was like, let's go. First day, first thing I faced, my employee was injured in Diwali. It was like some umbadak happened, and he didn't come to work. Second thing I faced was the driver I hired didn't turn up. Okay, so good, very good. I had invested the money in it. Means like it is not like I didn't invest money because I had to put something on the table, so I had invested money into it. So second problem, third problem, I went to the supplier and he was like, Vikas, our consignment, because of the holidays, it is delayed, so we cannot do the delivery today. So third one thing went wrong. All three things went wrong. Where did I go wrong? I left that thing there and there, and I came here. Till this day, I feel that I should have done that. Most of my friends who are successful entrepreneurs, they think that I should have taken that bet, because somehow they felt that it is the you have to take the plunge. You have to wake up one day and tell yourself that enough is enough. There is no more working for the employer. There is no more working for anyone else. And the day when you can tell that, you are already successful. The day you take that plunge, you are already successful. It is not about making that journey, it is about starting that journey. Once you start that journey, just stick to it. I failed because I didn't stick to it. But please stick to that journey. Please stay there on the course. Like if you get 50 clients in first year, it is not the reason for leaving that platform there. To tell you the truth, known, I think everybody knows about known, right? First order. So I was on the Excel sheet. That is how we convinced our investors. Everyone knows who our investor is. So I was like, our CEO was like, Vikas, will everything go fine? If that didn't go fine, if technology didn't work, I am ready with my laptop. Excel will work. So don't worry, everything will go fine. And everything did go fine. Everything, we took the first order within 40 days of our target date. We took our first order. We took our UAE. We launched within 2.5 months. We launched KSA in 5 months. On first day of our launch, we had 1,000 orders. 1,000 e-commerce orders. This is not a small thing. Please, I have worked in Jabong. I have worked in Namshi. But Noon is different. Noon was always different because of the spread. Because when I said 1,000 different orders, we had our own fleet delivering in 20 different cities. Those 1,000 orders, to manage those 1,000 orders was a challenge. So what comes out of it? What I learned in Noon? What is my if I take the entrepreneur plan like these people? What I learned in Noon is, first of all, you have to believe in your idea. You have to believe. You have to. This is your word that okay, from this moment onwards, this idea is what I will execute. Then you have to hire right people with ownership, people with right, not right skill set. Skill can be taught. Skill set is not a problem. People with ownership and people with learning appetite, people who can learn. Yes, you have to hire those people. Then you have to define the problem. What is the problem you are trying to solve? Changing the problem, yes, you can change the problem, but you cannot change what you are really trying to do. If it is not easy to some of the companies have done this, but it is not easy to pivot completely. You can pivot in similar space, but you cannot pivot. Many of my friends failed because they tried to pivot. One of the friend started in HR solution, and he tried to pivot into a so in India corporates do food coupons within the office. So he tried to pivot into that we will deliver the food. Not successful because this is not the core. He tried to pivot in the coupon again. Not successful. Again, not core. So stick to your base idea. Search space around your base idea. Base idea is clear. Who is your customer should be clear. Because you spend so much time with that customer, you should not be changing the customer that easily. You can change what you want to provide service to that customer, but you should not be changing the customer that easily. No, please don't do this before you get the success in your idea. When we say so finance, it is very difficult to convince your investor also. That means what is. So one thing, I have worked in 3 startups. all three startups invested for different mindset. Okay, yesterday news was there that Mr. Ritesh Agrawal, founder of Oyo, he is buying back his share from the original investors. It's like this is shock for many in the community, because they tend to that, okay, we want to grow, so we want to put in more money. If we want to put in more money, we will grow more. He is putting his own money. He wants to pull out the investors. Surprising, but not if you understand the business dynamics. If you understand your cash flows, and if you understand your investor dynamics, that your investor wants the cash flow at what time, and how does they look at your business. So some investor might look at a steady cash flow that they are happy. So in UAE, what is the interest rate? 2%, right? Some of the investor might look at 2% interest rate, 3% interest, they are still profitable. Some of the investor might look at brand value, they are long-term. Software is always looking for long-term, because they are looking at the longer term. They want to acquire the ecosystem. They don't want to acquire the company. So that is why they look for long term. They look for the right people, that these people can expand in parallel categories, and that is why they are into long term, and they don't look for the returns that easily. Some investors might find a middle way. That is what your angel investors, seed investors do. They try to get out at the certain time, because their lock-in is like a mutual fund. Mutual fund has a lock-in of 5 years, 7 years. They also have a lock-in period. They want to exit at the right time. If your cash flow is not matching your investor expectation, trust me, you will be in so much pressure. You will be like, okay, every day you will reply to an investor, where is his money, when it is coming, and you won't be able to focus at your deliverables. That is why choosing the right investor. It is told investor chooses the business, investor is choosing the entrepreneurs or startups. No, it is other way around. You should be choosing right investor. If you don't choose the right investor, again you are going to fail. So that was one of the finance points which I wanted to add. It's like I'm not showing the slide because there is nothing beyond these people. So yeah. So finance is done. Now Deepak pointed out one thing: supplier and buyer, both are key. Again, when I was working in Namshi, my supplier was giving me, imagine yourself, it's like he was giving me a rate of 10,000. When I joined Noon, he was giving me a rate of 9,500. Right now, he is giving me a rate of 6,000. Within 1 year, 1.5 years, I was able to bring him down to 6,500. Why? What is there with suppliers? It's like, how do you find the right supply network? It is not in the, okay, so you don't look for the variety. What you look for, the belief in the idea is very much necessary. Belief in you is very much necessary. Because if your supplier is not believing in you, if he is not believing in the scale, he will achieve along with you. The guy who is supplying me 10 manpower is supplying me 200 manpower right now, and he is believing in scale. So he is ready to reduce his rates, and that is why I am able to scale my business. If both of them are not in sync, if your business is supply network business, the guy who is supplying your assets, the guy who is supplying your consumables, he is not in sync, at least for the core of the business. My core is manpower, my core is vehicle. If those guys are not in sync with my business plan, not working. If it is not in core, yes, I agree. But if it is in core, if Deepak is working in a food business, and if his restaurants are not in alignment, if his food delivery network is not in alignment, not going to work. It is okay if he is stationary guy. The guy who is supplying is stationary. If he is not reducing his rates, he is not scaling with him, it is okay. But the guy who is core to your business has to scale with you, and you have to find the right supplier. If not the first day, as soon as you can. Okay? The guy with the right ambitions to grow with you. Customers. That is again tricky part. There are many. I have like 1 million. They complain about everything. So even if so one of the guy was like, I am at the airport. I need to receive my delivery today. I am leaving for India. Please deliver it. And he was like, I was like, so basically all these tough escalations. So I take personal interest in resolving the tough escalations. So guy was like not hanging up the phone for 1 hour. 1 hour he was on the phone. Okay, and he was like, no, I need to get the delivery today. And I was like, "Man, your order is not picked up from the seller. How I will deliver your order to airport?" I was like, "Where do you stay?" He was like, and the customer was pretty bit tricky. He was in some town in Kerala, in somewhere inside. He was like inside Kerala, and I was like, "Man, you go to Kerala. I will make sure that your order is getting delivered tomorrow." And I made sure that his order is getting delivered tomorrow. Okay. It it takes a lot of knowing your business and what it can do or it can't do to make the right customer commitment. Please let me know if I am overshooting the time. Sorry for that. Yeah. So knowing the customer and knowing the customer expectation and making the right commitment. What you can do, you can't do. What your ecosystem can help you do it. If I was not able to do it, I asked someone else to do it. I asked some other query company to do it. Ultimately, I did it, and I made a customer experience. It is very much necessary that you understand your business well to serve your customer, and you understand your customer well to make the right commitment. That is very much necessary. So, if your right supplier, if your customer who you can make a right promise, customer you cannot select. Customer should be selecting you. You should not be selecting customers. You should be selecting supplier. According to me, it's like this is again on business, but I will rather select supplier than customer. Customer, I want to make a right commitment. That is first preference for me. What I can deliver, and yeah. So that is about customer and seller and investor. And if all these things play out, I believe you will have a very nice business going forward. In the start, you mentioned that you will be like that incubation. I will really like to be part of that. I am looking to invest something. So yeah, I will be part of that, and I will take a plunge someday, if not today, into startup ecosystem. Uh, Again to repeat, nobody else makes your business successful. Only you make your business successful by believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if there is a shred of doubt, don't do it. If there is no doubt, if it is not necessary that you are sorted for life. We have very small requirements. You don't need to be like saving enough to make sure that your end meets for 10 years, 5 years, or 20 years, or 30 years. Doesn't matter. It's like if you are in that doubt, don't start. Because if you are not capable enough to make sure that when you want to return, you can return, don't leave your current position. But once you are sure, only thing which will save you for next 3 years, 5 years until you become a comfortable. If not, still having not enough time for friends and family, like I mentioned in the start. A comfortable start entrepreneur, you have to believe in yourself. I will end my speech with this. If anybody has any questions about Noon, about anything, just let me know. I am available. Yeah. Thank you.